What's up, guys? Welcome to another episode of Stratagems. This is episode 2, I believe. This will be technically the first episode of the Star Wars games that I will do Stratagems on. Um, so this will be a fun one. I know Battlefield is not a lot of people's cup of tea, but um, hopefully a lot of you like Star Wars. I don't know. We'll get into it. This is Hoth, Outpost Delta. So to get into this, Outpost Delta, I don't play it a lot, so I'm interested to see where this is going to go. Everybody knows me. I go to the first command post some of the time, not a lot. I usually try to make it for the middle one, which would be C in this situation. Like I said, I don't play Delta a lot, and I think at the point of playing this, I thought this was the other one. Take this command post, some covering fire. They're already on top of C, which makes it a little tough, but they haven't taken it. Since it's in this divot, much like the other Hoth level is, it's a little bit easier to get what I call like cluster kills when you throw grenades down there or specialist equipment down there to get them. That's to my right. I just saw a lot of heavy traffic going up my left side, so trying to help out some friends, make it to, don't know which one this is, to be honest. I changed the settings so, okay, I changed the settings so I can't see the bubble. Like you can see, it says E right above capturing. I took the bubble off for some reason. I gotta change that. I know they're spawning from that direction. Typically, I like to lay down a lot of fire, throw a lot of grenades. Usually I use heavy to kind of keep them from advancing too much, to try and keep E. Since we took E, we kind of cut them off. They can't advance as far or advance as much. They kind of have trouble getting their footing, as you would say. So at this point, I've got the rocket trooper. I usually use this on a lot of the Hoth. There is the terrain, I'll say, maps. Not so much Yavin, but the Hoth levels I'll use this a lot. Tatooine I might use it a lot to help myself move around and kind of cause, like I'm doing here, give as much fits as I can. You know, even if you're distracting a guy playing as Sidious, that could be monumental. Because if you keep him from advancing and give him trouble, a lot of those heroes, like I'm going to say in other episodes I film with these, they're going to retreat because their level's going to deplete and they're not thinking ahead, and they're just going to move back. At this point, I'm kind of switching around, changing up where I'm going. Still trying to stay on top of where they're coming from. Give them as much fits as I can. Smart thing to do, if they're doing that to you, is to flank them. You can move more than they can on your side of the spawn, so use that to your advantage. Just doing my usual thing. Try to get that mounted trooper out. Keep moving, especially when you're a rocket trooper and you're facing a villain. Keep moving. He's gonna go after the closest person to him until there's only one person standing, giving him a fits, and that's me.
We now hold almost all the command posts.
All you gotta do is keep giving him fits. One thing I'll tell everybody that plays video games: if you become a problem for them and keep them frustrated, you're gonna win every time against them. A good rocket kill. Just trying to do my best to keep them at bay. Kind of got hosed on that one, I think. that's okay. It happens. Another thing I try to do with these objective-based games, I've gone over this once before, is to spawn where you're needed, not so much where you're comfortable with. Having an extra body out there can help. In this instance, anytime, if you pay attention to the checkpoints, anytime, finally got Palpatine, anytime they're taking a command post, I try and spawn on it. Like C, booking it toward, or we're capturing C. E, we're losing E. Spawn on top of E, I kind of get lost at one point. At this point, I think I moved it. Yeah. E's not being taken anymore, but I notice there's not a lot of foot traffic coming from that area. Just check out how many people are there, try to get as many of them away as possible. Also, something that you could do, if they take a command post, like it was freshly taken, give them a minute to leave. The computer, when you're playing Battlefront, will stay for a while. In Battlefield, players will leave, and it'll totally be unguarded. And if they have to turn around and come right back, you might have the advantage. Because one, they don't know how many people are there, and they don't expect to get shot at like the guy that was retreating that I got. At this point, I'm just trying to keep this player distracted. I mean, he's trying his best to get these other players. Just trying to get as many hits in as I can, try to back him up. My aim is terrible for some reason. I want to blame the lag, but that might be just because I suck sometimes. Terrible. So at this point, we've taken... I'm not sure what, I think that's D. I kept saying E. Okay, so we've taken D. B's getting taken. I make my way to B. I think I fail trying to go up this hill. Definitely fail. Running Serpentine with a jetpack. It also depends on the team you get, I know. But like certain strategies like this one that I'm showing you guys puts you in the fight more. I wish I didn't trim this clip because the game I played after this, we got, I want to say, kind of manhandled, but we didn't lose to the extent that these guys are losing by. I mean, 64 points, that's terrible. But I played Scarif after this, and they kind of manhandled us, but with spawning and, I mean, being pretty proficient at several classes, we didn't lose by as much. I'll occasionally take a break to use the starfighters, not for some, but it's not for a lot though. Usually one side commands the skies, so I don't really see the point. There's some bitchin' flying though. Once again, Trooper B who's getting taken. Now not so much, but you want to spawn on it just in case. Make sure of your shots. It's something you should know. Just trying to find a place to spawn. C's being taken by us. As you can see, I'm trying to wait. We lose our traction. They keep C. But, you know, I'm just trying to spawn on something that's either going to be taken soon and might need backup, or spawn on something that's being taken. Usually by a player on my team, but that rarely happens. Also, if you're running a class that you know like the back of your hand, like you're heavy or you're a hero, go after the other heroes. Please do me a favor and do that. Losing A, spawn on A. Get there when Luke shows up. Assess the situation. Once you get that plan in your head, go for it. Don't hesitate. Find something. Well, I mean, think about it, I guess, but don't hesitate too long. Or don't think about it too long. Losing D, lost D. Moving up to E. Now, people in the ATs, they tend not to do much. You get a guy on your team that's moving up towards objectives, you got a good one, but a lot of these guys, especially in situations like this, they will not move up. They need to move up, clear a path, but they don't. They sit there, they hesitate, they get killed.
We forced the Imperials into a full retreat, and Hoth remains in our hands. We might still have to evacuate, though, now that the Empire knows we're...
Yeah, and that's all you really have to do. Spawn on certain points that are being taken, or that need help. You're gonna get kills, you're gonna get points, doesn't matter what game you play, Battlefield, Battlefront, what have you. Spawn where you're needed. Get those kills, those points, those kill streaks, help your team. Get on the leaderboard. Get a victory. That's all it takes.